Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. Today we are doing another 5 looks 1 palette, and we are going to be using this big honker palette, the Beauty Bay Rich palette. It is one of their 40 pan palettes and it looks like this. So I'm hoping, even though a lot of colors look alike, that we can get 5 looks out of this palette. I don't think it's going to be a big problem. I don't know. What do you think? So today I was thinking of using colors from these top two rows here. And yeah, so yeah, no, I'm not prepared in the slightest. I've got my makeup, my base makeup on, but that is about it. So, and I've got to remember which colors I use from day to day. These do have shade names, thankfully, so I can kind of remember what shade names I used. So I'm going to go into this shade Fawn here, the shade Fawn, and use this up here. I should write down the names of the colors I use, of the shades I used, so I don't use them again. Ooh, it's a nice rich. Of course it is. That's the name of the color. That's the name of the page. That's the name of the palette, silly. I didn't even think of that when I said that. That's a nice brown color. A nice warm toned brown color. I do have to go into work today. It's a Sunday. I don't normally work today, but I'm getting in some overtime today. Oh, that got all over the place. Very powdery formula. Okay, what color is this? Pampas? I think I've used these colors before. These shade names sound familiar. So I'm just going into Pampas, which I feel like I may have made this look before. Of course, I'm going to have to go into that third row for a shimmer, a shimmy shimmer. As I recall, these shimmers aren't that spectacular. They look pretty cool in the pan, but I don't remember them being that impactful on the lid. But we will see. We will see. It's a pretty good matte formula. It's blending pretty good. Okay, let's go into this I swear I've used this color before. Liqueur. Oh well, we're just recreating a look that I've done before. That's okay for this first look. When did I use this palette before? I think it was for a new makeup video. Oh, we need to blend this. Beautiful palette. Beautiful shades. Love me some rich brown shades. I can't stop using the word rich. I can't stop using the word rich. Love me some warm shades. Love me some warm brown tones. Ugh, there's a hair somewhere. I need to grab it. Anyways, this is what we've organized so far. Let's go back into that pampas color. Okay, let's clean up a little bit before we put the shimmer on. I always get it in here. I don't know if it's my technique or my brushes that I'm using. Probably both. Okay, now let's use Candle. I don't think I've used that one before. Just this shimmer shade. Oh, that's a nice one. I might use something lighter in the middle too. Because I've only been using one shade. I've only been using one shimmer shade lately. Because we've got this spritz color here. That might look. Might look nice. just a little bit of a shimmer. Let's see what that spritz color looks like. Oh, that's cool. Just something a little light in the center. What do we think? Do I like that? They have a lot of these 40 pan palettes. I bought quite a bit of them when they were on sale. I have this one. I have the bright matte, the bright one, the fiery 2.0, the smoky one, the neutral one. Let's go into chocolate and put on some liner. Let's pinch that a little bit. Put on some liner shade. Just for some contrast. Yeah. Okay. We are looking good. We are looking pretty good. Do I want an inner corner highlight? Yeah, let's use that spritz color. And put in an inner corner highlight. Spritz. I like that name. Spritz. Just a spritz. Okay, I'm going to go put on some mascara and clean my brushes, and I will be right back. Okay, and here's the final look that I've got going on for today. I am hoping that not all the looks I come up with this week are going to look like this one. That is my hope and my thoughts. I have used this look Pompous right here. I used this shade of Fawn right here, and I used this shade Liqueur right here. I used this shade Candle right here, and this shade Spritz right here, and I used this shade Chocolate right here. So I don't know, you guys. We are going to try to make 5 different looks using this palette. We are going to try to make them look different. So that was the reason I picked this palette, was to try to make 5 different looks, but it might be kind of complicated, but we're going to try. So okay, on to look number 2. Okay, we're back with look number 2, and I'm going to use some of these colors on the bottom rows. And I'm going to start with this shade called Gâteau, which is a little bit of a darker color, but I'm going to use it in the crease. right here. A little bit of a darker color. I'm not going to use any really, well, we'll see here. No, it's not very light of a color. But it is, I have it all nice. I'll show you when I'm done with it. I'll show you the shades I'm using. I have it all nice and set up here. If I move it, it's gonna knock down a lot of stuff. But yeah, I have a new code I want to share. I mentioned this in Friday's video, but in case you missed Friday's, well, no, I mentioned it in a couple of Fridays ago video. Or I might have mentioned it in last Friday's video, I don't know. But I mentioned it in one of my Get Ready With Me for work videos. It was that I have a new code for Bellevue Bar. And it is Jennifer10. If you are ever interested in buying anything from Bellevue Bar. It's when I did my Basic Witch palette. When I did the Basic Witch palette, which was, when you're seeing this, it was probably a couple of Fridays ago. So, if you are ever interested in buying anything from Bellevue Bar, they have a great formula. They have some great palettes, some great shimmers, great textures. And they do sell in the United States right now. They are from the US, so there's no tariff situation. So we got that Gateau color there. And then we are going to go into, does that say cello or jello? I think it says cello. No, that's not the shade. What is it? Yeah, let's go into cello. We're doing some dark colors today for a deep dark look. I love that they named all 40 colors. They didn't just put them in the pans and didn't name them. They actually gave all of them names, and not just like 1, 2, 3, 4, or like some brands not name them at all. I like that they give them all names in like fun names too. At that. Okay, I'm going back into Gateau and kind of blend these two together. Okay, I'm not saying that Beauty Bay has the best formula out there. Okay, now we're going to go into Sable, which is kind of a dark plummy color. Well, I got everywhere. Not saying they have the greatest formula, but they do have a good priced, good for the price formula. Oh yeah, we're getting a really dark look today. But we're going to clean it up, of course. And that's kind of what it looks like. And then I want to go into this Venus. It's kind of a satin color. Kind of a satin shade. It's very nice. Kind of fits that sultry vibe. That we've got going on here. What's that called again? Venus? Ooh, yeah. And I think I'll go into that chocolate shade again for a little bit of liner. Or, no, I will use Sable. I will use Sable and use it for a little bit of liner. To kind of line my lid. And line down here in the lower lash line. Just a boop. Just a boop of it. Okay. So we got kind of a dark eggplanty, aubergine kind of look going on here. I'm gonna go put on my mascara, put on my wig, and I will be right back. Okay, so this is the look for today that we've got going on. I think I really like this look. Let's clean it up some. And I will show you what shades I used. I don't think I'm gonna put in an inner corner highlight today. Well, actually, I don't know, maybe we'll do a matte inner corner. Let me look at the shades that we got going on here. Let me show you what shades I used. here is the palette, and I used this shade right here, Gâteau. Here I used this shade right here, Cello. Then I used this shade here, Sable. This shade here, and then I used this shade here, Venus, right here. So those were the shades that I used, and I'm thinking that I might take that Gâteau and put it in my inner corner. Not really as a highlight, but just something to cover up my inner corner. So that is the look that we have for today. Let's just set that right there for the minute. I feel like it keeps getting into this corner here, the eyeshadow. Okay, so this is the look that we have. Let me know what you think, and we will go on to look number 3. For the third look, I wanted to try out some of these purple colors that are in here. So we've got Mulberry, we've got Garnet as a shimmer color, but I wanted to use this light color, Mascarpone, too. But let's start off with a kind of neutral color called Cortado here. Let's start off with that up here. So I did something kind of bad. Well, just bad for me. I forgot to get, well, I didn't forget. I purposely didn't do it because I was not in the mood to pick up my prescriptions the other day. So I went a day without one of my prescriptions, and I totally regretted it. So I had to take a half-day mental health day from work yesterday and pick up my prescriptions. And finally get regulated back. I think I feel better now. But I hate when I do that. When I will intentionally sabotage myself. Because I don't feel like doing something. I don't know what my problem is. Do you ever get that way where you I just don't feel like doing this, and then you regret it? You regret it big time later on. Okay, I'm going into Mascarpone, which is a lighter shade. And you kind of know you're going to regret it later on. Ooh, I like that shade. but you do it anyways. So if you're wondering why last week I didn't have that many videos out, or why I didn't do a live stream, it's because I was having some mental health issues. Today I'm not gonna have a video out because I'm getting my nails done. I've had these blazing orange nails on for over 2 weeks. I feel like they're about to fall off. I want to get something like more brown, a little more subtle, a little more neutral, I think. Something a little more fallish. Okay, now I want to go into this mulberry color. This palette does have like purple shades in it. I didn't use this yesterday, did I? I don't think so. I used Sable, which was another kind of dark purple color. Hopefully this look is a little different. From yesterday's look. I like this look. I like this mascarpone color. Of course, I like the lighter looks in palettes. I mean the lighter shades for the inner corner, for the inner part of the eye. In fact, I'm gonna put that in the inner part, and then we're gonna put a shimmer shade in the back part, I think. Let us take that garnet color. It looks like that, and put it back here. Oh, that's pretty. That's very, very pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Pretty little flowers. If you've been on TikTok, you know that sound. You know that sound clip. A pretty little baby. However it goes. Okay, we need to work on this a little more. Sorry, this is turning out to be a long eye look. Pretty little baby, pretty little flower, you could stay for hours. Pretty little baby. I should take more photos of my dachshund and put them online. Put her online. She's always doing cute stuff. I don't know where that came from. I just want to get some of that garnet on there without getting rid of it. Okay, alright, that's enough. That's enough futzing around. Let's clean this up. Okay, I'm gonna clean this up. I'm gonna put on some mascara. I might do a little liner. And I will be right back with the final look. Okay, so this is the final look that I've got going on here. I think I like this one probably the most so far. Yeah. So got a little bit of shimmer on it. Got some purple going on here. Yeah, looking good, looking good. Okay, let me know what you think down below, and let's move along to look number 4, which I have no idea what I'm gonna do, but we will see. Okay, see it in a second. Okay, I didn't show you the shades that I used yesterday. Oops. I just knocked everything over with this palette. Okay, so I used the shade Cortado here. Then I used the shade Mulberry here. Then I know I used this shade up here, Garnet, right here. And I don't remember what else I used. Did I use Gateau or did I use that the day before? But I know I used those shades at least. Cortado, Mulberry, and Garnet. Today I want to make a brown look. A brown look. What fell? What fell? Okay. You fell down. Today I want to make a brown look. I don't want any orange or purple in this look. So I'm going to start out with that mascarpone. Well, what are we going to start out with? Rioja? There's liqueur. That's very brown. Chocolate is very brown. Cocoa is very brown. Let's start out with cocoa. Let's start out with cocoa and maybe end up with chocolate. So, how are we all doing today? I did end up having a better day yesterday, a much better day. I didn't end up getting my nails done though. But I did end up filming a video. I filmed my Natasha Denona palettes video. I did switch to wanting to get my nails done today. So I'm gonna go get my nails done today. So I should have some new nails on tomorrow. I want to get the brown ombre, like a light brown to brown ombre look. So that's what I want to get. Oh, I used the wrong brush. Oh well. I'm going back into mascarpone. It's the only like real light shade that I like. I liked the look that I did yesterday a lot. I want to kind of do it today, just with different colors, with different shades. I'm having trouble getting my dog to use the dog door here. She will come in the dog door, but she won't go out the dog door. The dog door was put up for Moxie when he was a dog here. My mom's dog. But he has passed. He passed earlier this year. And he was good about using the dog door. But Pickle is not good about using the dog door. Yeah, I'm talking about you. I heard her make a noise in the bedroom. She made a barking noise in the bedroom. when she heard me talking about her. But she's very good about using it to come inside. Now my cat, she has no interest in using the dog door. She is an inside cat and she knows it. Although, sometimes she wants to go outside, out back, to eat grass. And when I let Pickle out the back door, sometimes she'll run outside and go eat some grass. But she does not acknowledge the existence of the dog door. But when my parents used to live in a different house with different dogs, they had a dog door as well, which my dogs were very good at using. We used to have Cocker Spaniels growing up. And when I was in college, I had a cat, a Maine Coon cat. Okay, I'm going into chocolate. I had a Maine Coon cat that loved going outdoors and loved bringing in presents through the dog door. She wasn't happy unless she got to go outside. He wasn't. It was a he. He wasn't happy unless he got to go outside. If you kept him from going outside, he was a very unhappy kitty, and he'd let you know it. So we let him go outside. He was fixed and everything. But there was this one time he brought in a live mouse, and it was just me and my mom at the house. And I trapped it under a box. He brought in a mouse, and I trapped it under a box, and I didn't know what to do with it. I didn't know how to take it outside without touching it. My dad was on a business trip, and my boyfriend, my boyfriend at the time, Aaron, was at college. I was home for the weekend or something. So Aaron wasn't there. It was just me and my mom. My brother wasn't there. I don't remember how I got rid of the mouse. But my mom was like on top of the chair. Or maybe I was on top of the chair. I don't remember. One of us was on top of a chair. Okay, I'm going to go into a dark brown shade. I'm going into Bonfire. This is more like a satin shade. For the back part of the eye. And then I'm going to use a shimmer on the inner part. A light shimmer. His name was Murphy. I miss Murphy. He was a Maine Coon cat and he was big. I had gotten him at the shelter and I didn't know what a Maine Coon cat was. I just knew he was the biggest cat there. Okay, then I'm going to go into a light shade. Let's try this Florentine. Oh, that's beautiful. I've had all kinds of cats. Cats that were hunters, cats that wish they were hunters. Lazy cats. I have a lazy cat right now. She just likes being lazy and occasionally eats grass. But she's a sweetheart. Her name is Lola. Her name was Lola. She was a sugar. Right? That's how that song goes. Or la 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 la. Going back into that chocolate shade. Just putting on a little bit of liner. Oh, I got my lashes in from Christine from CR Lashes. I will be doing a look with some lashes soon, and I'll put up her website and everything. I don't know it off the top of my head right now, but well, I'll be trying out her lashes. So y'all can go check her out. Bring chocolate down a little bit here. She is on Instagram at CR Lashes 2025. If you want to go check her out. Okay, I'm gonna go put on my mascara and clean my brushes. Well, let me show you what shades I used first. Okay, what shades did I use? I used Cocoa here. I know I used Chocolate here. I used Mascarpone here. I used Bonfire here. And I used Florentine up here. So those are the shades I used for this look, for this brown look. So I know the looks aren't all that different or creative looking, but hopefully this is a little different from what I have been doing. I'll be right back. Okay, and here's look number 4, a very easy breezy look. Easy breezy brown look. I know these looks aren't very exciting or anything like last week's or anything like that. Hopefully I will have a more exciting palette next week. I just wanted to try this palette out this week, but I gabbed for too long today, so I'm going to go ahead and go into the final look number 5. Okay, final look, and I'm gonna do something a little bit orangey and a little bit purpley today. So I'm gonna start off with this shade called Walnut, and it is orangish. And I'm going to work it into up here. And I'm going to revisit that shade Mulberry too, because I like it so much. So I am reusing some colors, but I am using some new colors too. I already wrote down the colors that I want to use. This is kind of an orangey brown, and I did get my nails done in this shade called Rosewood. Kind of a purplish brown color, mauve color, if you will. I think it's very nice color for the season. Okay, we got this down. I have got in my hot little hands the Sephora favorites. I'm going into organza now. It was kind of a light color. I've got in my hot little hands the Sephora favorites advent calendar. Yes, they have already put it out. I have already gotten it. I'm thinking of doing a video on it on Saturday, which you might have already seen it by the time this goes out. But if not, the video might be out on my channel if you're interested in seeing it. If I haven't done it, then it is coming soon. I had some money saved, and I bought the Hourglass palette, the lightest shade, but I went to Hourglass and customized it. The lightest shade comes in the Deer palette, but I got it customized to have it put in the Swan palette. the swan artwork. Which I think the swan artwork is for the medium color palette. They are having a horse one, which I think might work better for my skin tone, but that's like a Sephora exclusive only, and I don't think it's come out yet. Okay, we have got the orange shades laid down. Let's go into this mulberry shade, which is a purple, kind of eggplanty shade. So yes, I'm already buying up the Christmas, the holiday releases. I don't know if I'm going to shop the Rouge sale in Sephora when it comes out in November. The VIP Rouge sale. Because I'm probably going to save my money to do Black Friday shopping. At brands' websites. Okay, I think we've got a spooky ooky look going. An orange and purple look. Have we done this look already? I can't remember. Did we do it yesterday? I honestly can't remember. So much has happened this week in the news and in my life. Okay, I'm going into the shade Venus. Wait, or do I want cranberry? Venus or cranberry? I think I want to use cranberry. I wrote down Venus, but then I didn't see cranberry sitting there. Looking so cute. I usually do one advent calendar a year for my channel. And I wanted to get the Sephora favorites. This is the good Sephora calendar. I think. I hope. That has brands from Sephora, not just the Sephora brand. Okay, and then I'm going into the shade Thistle. Wait, I need to clean off my fingers. Need to clean out the inner part of my eye because I always get shadow there. Okay, I am going to do an inner corner. And I think I'm going to use Florentine. Okay, and then I'm going back into Mulberry and pulling this down just a boop. Just a little boop. Okay, now adjust my crown here. I'm gonna go put on mascara and clean my brushes. Well, let me show you what shades I used first. Okay, I used this shade Walnut right here, and then I used this shade, right, Organza, right here. Then I used this shade down here called Mulberry. And then I was going to use Venus, but then I decided to use this shade right here called Cranberry. And then I used this shade here called Thistle. And then I used this shade here called Florentine. So that is all of the looks that I used, all of the shades that I used with this rich palette. So I will be right back. Okay, this is look number 5 that we got going on here. I think it might look a little bit like one of the other looks I did. If that's the case, I'm sorry. But I know I used this mulberry color before. But yeah, I just wanted to try to do an orange and purple look. But yeah, I know I'm blinking a lot. Okay, but I like the way this turned out. Anyways, let me know what your favorite look was down below if you made it this far in the video. And yeah, please give this video a thumbs up. We will be doing a more exciting palette next week. I think it's not going to have as many colors in it, but there will be some more special shades in it, at least. And it's only going to be like a 12 pan palette, but there will be, hopefully I'll be able to make more looks with it. I'm hoping I can come up with some more looks, even though it's a 12 pan palette, but we will see. there will be definitely more shimmers in it that I can use, so we will see about that. Please give us a thumbs up. Please leave a comment down below. Please like and subscribe. Do all the YouTube things. Share this with your friends if you think they would like it and all that stuff. And yeah, thank you for joining me for this video, especially if you made it this far. Sending you out all of those good vibes, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, take care. Goodbye.